Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so...
Hi, my name is Paul Jansen. I am the author of Sour Apples, a novel for those who hate to read, and you are watching Good Morning Frederick.
Good morning, Frederick. Today is Wednesday, Hump Day, July 9th. I'm your host, Dani Gurrie. Good morning. Hope you're having a great week so far. All right, I want to go over what we're going to cover in today's show, so you know. We're going to cover a highlight of some of our events and what's happening in Frederick. And I'm going to give you the key. The magic key is right there on screen of where all of the events are on our calendar. Then we've got a packed show. I've got Sarah Moschopoulos. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Sarah M. from SM Music Therapy Services, and Tawanda Bailey from Bailey Massage and Wellness. We've also got Local Compass today, Antietam World Travel Service, and Colette, the guided tour company. Oh my gosh, makes me really want to go on vacation. And finally, we got your Secret Stash video clue for this Wednesday. 3 days left, today, tomorrow, and Friday. And then we wrap that up. Just remember, all of your Good Morning Frederick purchases of merch at the home of everything Frederick, which is 401 North Market Street in downtown, go to benefit this month Sleep in Heavenly Peace. They are our mission that matters this month. And everything you purchase, Good Morning Frederick, will help them. So please get to the shop today, starting at 11 a.m. All right, let's go ahead and start this show officially. The show sponsor is Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic. They understand how pain can hold you back. You can now save $400 on your first visit. You can be on the road to feeling better for just $50 when you mention Good Morning Frederick when you schedule your appointment. Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic also has a podcast. You can check that out. They post to their social media all the time, or you can get it wherever you get your podcasts. Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, dedicated to helping you achieve your wellness objectives. All right, we're going to jump right into, I got to do this first because I have a new system. I love when so I use a streaming platform called StreamYard, and I love them. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, here it is. I love them. They occasionally, and actually very occasionally, do these updates. And they just updated recently, and everything I see on my screen looks a little bit different, and some things are a little bit harder to maneuver, which has led me to making even, just a couple of little things having issues with. But I digress. Here we go. Happening in Frederick is proudly sponsored by Intense Barbecue. They are family owned. They're a barbecue food truck, but also a catering company. Now, no matter whether they're serving your party of 500 or just one at a time, they cook in small batches to make sure that the food is as fresh as it can be. You can find them at intensebarbecue.com. Remember them for your next party, picnic, reunion, anything, your birthday party, even weddings. Intensebarbecue.com. When you have their food, you will satisfy your meat tooth. All right, let's roll. Souls of Joy is in full swing. I think I might have one or two more collection box sponsorships available. Hey, I tell you this, if you can collect 25 pairs of shoes by the end of July, I will give you a free ticket to the event, Souls of Joy, on August 8th, which is at the Arc at Market Street. Live music from the Learned Doctors, heavy hors d'oeuvres and desserts, thanks to some great people like Daisy Cakes, Sage Cakery, Raise the Bar, Aunt Bee's, Angel Cookies, Heavenly Cheesecakes, Brick Block Cakes, and Sweet Butter. They've all donated their sweet treats for the evening, and the Arc is providing the amazing hors d'oeuvres that we have. It's going to be so good. Beer, wine, and seltzers are included with your ticket price. And if you want to contribute, I want to thank Michelle White for donating yesterday. Thank you so much for that. And everyone else who has given $5, $10, $15, whatever you can afford. I get it. Times are tough. So even if it's just a couple of dollars, maybe you have $5 or $10 sitting in a Venmo account or your Cash App or Zelle that you won't really miss. All right. It's for the kids. It's for the kids of Frederick County so that they can get shoes. But really, it's more about shoes. Julie Gaver said it so well. It's about being seen. It's about being valued. And that's what these shoes represent. I'm on my way to collecting 300 pair with your help. So if you can help, I'm so grateful for that. All right, today at 1 o'clock, it's teen time. You can make your own affirmation jars for ages 13 to 18. That is at Seaver Arts Library. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., it's Summerfest Family Theater at Baker Park Band Shell with live entertainment from 10 to 10:45. Then you can let the kids run around like maniacs and wear themselves out. At 5 o'clock, it's Alive at 5. That is for 21 and up at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater. If you've never been, it's a really great time. I'm supposed to be stopping out there to say hey and see everybody. Oasis Island Sounds is the band that will be playing at Alive at 5. At 7:30, it is Starlight Family Film Festival. Monsters, Inc. will be playing on the big screen near the Urbana Public Library. You could do it all tomorrow. You really could. You could head to Summerfest Family Theater. Then at 5, you can go to Alive at 5 and maybe stay till about 6:45 or 7 o'clock. Actually, you could stay till 7 because then you run home, you grab your family. Now, it says 7:30 for the Starlight Family Film Festival, but the movie really starts at about 8:30. maybe 8:45 when it gets a little bit darker. So you could do it all tomorrow. You know, when people say, oh my gosh, I see you everywhere, how do you do it? That's exactly how I do it. That's exactly how I do it. All right, on Friday, there's karaoke with Darlene at the AmVets Post 2. It's on East South Street. It is open to the public, and they're doing that from 7 to 11 p.m. On Saturday, we got our Rubber Duck Derby Festival in Union Bridge. It is going to be a ton of fun. It's a day of fun for the whole family, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's a Jeep show and shine. There's an inflatable obstacle course for the kids or the adults. There is live music with the Mayo Family Band and Payload playing. And there's raffles as well. Finally, of course, you can purchase your rubber ducks and they'll sail them down the creek. And the first in, or the first few in, are going to win some great prizes, including some cash. And you don't even need to be present to win. So I love that. Gotta love that. July 13th, we're back at the summer concert series at Baker Park Bandshell with the Urban Rhythm Band. Then don't forget, right now, register your kids aged 6 to 12 from July 14th to 17th. It's the baseball and softball clinic. It's at Braddock Heights Park, which is on Schley Avenue in Frederick. It's from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if you want to participate, just text Rick Wilson, 240-422-6835, or look up Frederick American Little League on Facebook, and the details are all there as well. July 15th is Sleep in Heavenly Peace bed delivery. We talked to Brian Ford the other day, and if you missed his interview, you can certainly head to YouTube and search it up on our channel. But I believe one of the best ways to let them get their hooks into you is to do a bed delivery and watch the faces of the kids who get their very own first bed, their own bedding, their own pillow, their own space, which I think is amazing. Let's see, what else is coming up? July 18th at 7 is the Middletown Movie Night at Remsburg Park with Moana 2. On July 19th, Sleep in Heavenly Peace is doing their bed build. So if you want to participate in that, maybe get the family together and you can build the beds that are being delivered. So maybe doing the delivery first, you can sign up right on their website. Just go to sleepinheavenlypeace.org and then you're going to click on Frederick. At 10 a.m. on July 19th, it's Wrench and Ride's Car and Coffee Car Show. It's in Charlestown. Free admission. Classic and custom cars and trucks, muscle cars, and hot rods with face painting and balloon art. It is a family-friendly event. You can get the details. If you look up Wrench and Ride, you will find it on social media with more information there. 11 to 4, it's the Asbury United Methodist Annual Community Block Party. Good Morning Frederick is going to be out there. You're going to want to stop by and do a couple things. You can drop off a new pair of shoes to our booth. We will take collections there. You're going to want to come pick up your Good Morning Frederick car magnet, because starting in September, we're going to be doing Watch and Win, where you could win $100. And more details will be coming about that, but you definitely want to stop by and get your free Good Morning Frederick car magnet. And you're going to want to show your spirit, I can tell you right now, because winning $100 ain't so shabby. All right, July, let's see what else we got. We're in the middle of the month already, kind of crazy. July 22nd at 5 p.m. You can explore the world right from here in Frederick to start. You're going to go to Antietam World Travel Services office on Old Farm Road, and you're going to meet Paul from Colette. And we're going to talk to him later in the show today about why Colette is one of the most trusted names in travel. And let's see, what else do we have? Everything else is pretty stock standard, though I do want you to get your tickets for August. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. I think it's like August 20. Well, I don't have it. 23rd. August 23rd, Blue Crabs and Blueprints. It's the 10th anniversary of the Habitat for Humanity's event. It is in at the Walkersville Carnival Grounds. I am once again the MC for that event. Bring your extra cash because there's always silent auction, raffles, and good ways for you to support Habitat for Humanity. And who doesn't like to sit under these big tents and eat crabs and listen to live music? Payload is going to be live at that event, and there's always a lot of fun, and it's great for the whole family as well. All right, if you have an event you want included on the calendar, please email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with Sarah M. from S&M, not S&M, oh, Lord have mercy. I'm sorry, Sarah. SM Music Therapy Services. We got Tawanda Bailey from Bailey Massage and Wellness, and then Local Compass with Antietam World Travel Service, and Paul from Colette. And then your secret stash video clue for this Wednesday for you to win prizes and potentially cash. If you're, once you turn in your envelope, you'll be able to do that. All right, all of that comes up just after this.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shattered flattery beyond compare.
Hey, if you're like me and you've always wanted to go to Alaska, well, you can join me. Antietam World Travel Service is putting everything together for June 9th through the 20th, 2026. We're going to do the land and the sea. It's going to be wonderful. You can get all the information at antietamtravel.com. Go there right now and just express your interest, and we will answer any questions that you have, but you can join me. Let's go to Alaska. Let's see all the great stuff Alaska has. June 9th through 20th, 2026. All right, let's find out who is making our market fantastic. Market Makers is sponsored by the Healing Storm Holistic Wellness. Shannon and her team strive to make sure you're seen, heard, and valued. The Healing Storm focuses on alternative holistic healing methods to relieve your stress and pain. Massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, plus a healing journey program. They can help you with it all. Look, Shannon had her own back issues, and that's how she got into many of these holistic healing therapies. And she will certainly listen to the issues that you're having and see how she can help. Search on our channel for the Healing Storm, and you will see interviews with Shannon and Jennifer and Morgan, and find out maybe which one of them might suit you. Go to thehealingstorm.com for more details and to schedule an appointment today. All right, here's Sarah with SM Music Therapy Services.
We're at the home of everything, Frederick, 401 North Market Street. I'm with Sarah. You're going to have to pronounce your last name for me.
Moschopoulos.
I did this with your wife as well. I don't know. It's a good Greek name, though.
It is
right?
a good Greek name.
SM Music Therapy Services.
Yes.
What a fantastic form of therapy, I think. Art and music therapy, I think, are so powerful. I don't know if people use them enough, but you actually do this full time as well. And then you take clients on any time that they need help.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how long you've been doing this and how you got how this became your kind of thing.
Yeah. So I went back to school for music therapy in 2020 during COVID. I was working another job and wanted to do something that better served people.
Were you in the field of therapies or anything?
I was in sales. But
It's kind of like therapy for some people.
Yeah. But I had studied music and psychology in undergrad and kind of always had music therapy in the back of my head.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit. I was like, well, why not? You know, who knows what's going to happen in the future? I should do what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I went back in 2020, got my bachelor's equivalency, so another bachelor's in music therapy, and then did all my practicum placements and internship and took my board exam, and I've been practicing since fall of 2022. So 2.5 years.
Yeah. Wow. What do you love about it?
I love a lot of things. I love that it helps people in a very natural way. And I don't mean natural like, woo-woo natural, but it's humans use music.
Yeah.
And we use it to make ourselves feel better a lot without the help of a clinician. So why wouldn't we bring in someone who has studied it? It's using our bodies and our brains in a way that they already know. So and it's fun to watch it open people up and watch it help people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome. And who is the client that would really benefit from music therapy? Who are you targeting, I guess?
There's a lot of different people. Right now I work in the mental health space, which is probably my greatest love as far as population goes. But I also have done a lot of work with older adults, memory care type of stuff.
Okay.
Both in, individuals and group sessions. And then also with kids. I love working with kids. So I've worked a lot with kids with all kinds of needs, kids on the autism spectrum or with, mental health things or with specific genetic conditions, and they need help with fine motor things. And we use music to help, grasp whatever instruments. And so everybody. But yeah, especially people who, they might have tried regular therapy or another therapy and just need an additional approach. Or a different approach.
Yeah, I think sometimes if people have had maybe talk therapy for a long time and they just feel like they're in a rut, maybe adding something like this would help to expand on their healing or things like that for sure. Yeah, I think that's that'd be a great thing. For music therapy in particular, how does a session look?
There are a lot of different.
Usually
there are kind of 4 categories that you can go. So you can compose music, you can improvise, so making music on the fly, you can recreate, so playing or singing music that exists, and then you can do receptives, like listening to music. So it could be anywhere from writing a song based on your experiences, it could be improvising music to kind of get at emotions that you might not be able to verbally get to.
Sure.
It could be, making a playlist to help you work from one emotion to another. It could be, really anything. And it depends on the population too. If I'm working with a 2-year-old, it's going to look very different than if I'm working with a 60-year-old. So,
very interesting. And in your work so far, like what has been like the biggest reward so far that you've had?
I think the biggest reward is when I work with a patient or a client for a long time and start to see those like breakthroughs or start to see a moment, even in mental health, of like, oh, wow, that really resonated. Just getting that win.
I know.
For them and, for me, but like mostly for them, just to be like, all right, you sang along with this song this time, or, you worked through this thing that you've been trying to work through for a while. So yeah, it's very satisfying.
So if someone is out there and they feel like maybe music therapy can help them, or they know somebody that it might be able to help, how should they reach out to you?
So probably my website is the best place to go. It's Sarah Mosk, Sarah with an H, and then MOSC, because Moschopoulos is too long.
No hope with that one. And I'll make sure that's on screen for our viewers so that they can pick it up. That was smart.
Yep. So sarahmosk.wordpress.com.
Yeah.
And there you can find, more information about music therapy and my email and places to schedule.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So any age, in any kind of, level of the mental health. So this is a big shift from what you were doing before.
Yes.
What are you, I'm assuming you're very happy you made the move.
I am. And I think I would have always wondered too,
Yeah.
But yeah, I am happy I made the move. I think, sales had its purpose for me at that time, and who knows, it might again, but
well, I always say, you use sales every day in your life, right?
1,000%. And you use therapy skills every day in your life too. They're not as different as people would think.
You're doubling up on the tactics while you're out and about. That's awesome.
But it is, it's the classic, if you love something, it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
And it is true. I'm like, I can't believe this is a job.
Get to do this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now, are you from this area?
I'm from Northern Virginia. So not far.
Yeah. And you moved to Frederick when?
Last January.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so newbies. Newbies.
I know.
What do you love about Frederick so far?
It's so community oriented. Everyone is so friendly. There's always stuff going on, and people have a lot of, just interest in building community, and that's really cool. I grew up in the suburbs, and I lived in DC prior to this, so it's fun to be in a town.
Yeah. What's your favorite place downtown?
Oof. I do love Old Mother.
Oh yeah, Old Mother's pretty good. We love that too. We love that too. All right. Well, if you or of somebody where music therapy might be able to help, it could be a great addition, or your toe in the water for therapy if you've never had it before. I think it'd be a great way to do that too. Music is the heart and soul of all of us. And so I think this is a great outlet to help people. You can reach out to Sarah. I've got her website right on screen for you, and maybe give it a try. Who knows? Can't hurt, right?
Can't hurt.
Can't hurt. All right. We thank you guys for watching.
Ah, yes. Music therapy. How cool is that? I love that so much. All right. Going from one thing to help your life straight into another. I sat down with Tawanda Bailey from Bailey Massage and Wellness. It's all about getting ourselves in order right now, I believe.
We're at 401 North Market Street in downtown Frederick. The storms just rolled through here, and in walked the beautiful Tawanda Bailey. You like a breath of fresh air. How are you?
I try. I'm wonderful.
Thank you so much for joining me on Good Morning Frederick. So I love doing this show because I get to learn about people in the community. Some I didn't know before, some I'm familiar with but didn't know very well. And so selfishly, I get to use this as a way to get to know people better.
Love it.
Yeah. So I knew you were a massage therapist. And how long have you been doing that?
I have been doing this about 17 years, and I've been in business for 15.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. And I do remember you recently celebrated that milestone.
I sure did.
15-year milestone. That's a long time to be doing that.
Hands still working.
Hands still working. I know. Yeah. And I know it's tough work. I mean, it's, it's hard for the massage therapist. But you also told me that full time you work for Howard County Fire Department?
I do. I retired from Frederick County after 31 years, 5 years ago. And I thought I would just run my business, and didn't quite work out like that. So an opportunity presented itself, and I couldn't say no. And I'm like, I can do this.
Wow. So very good. So you're a compliance officer. What does that mean?
So bottom line is people don't like to follow rules a little bit. So
you are the rule police in a way.
So it really is assessing, risk when it comes down to patient privacy and things of that nature. So Howard County was in the process of starting to bill for its services and needed someone to come in and to help them with their risk assessments and things of that nature. And that's pretty much what I did when I my last 17 years at
Yeah.
Frederick County Fire and Rescue
Yeah.
years. So it just was the
Wow.
perfect thing to do.
Yeah, the career after the career. I like it. So busy lady. I love it. So are you from Frederick?
I'm from Mount Airy.
You're from, okay, Frederick
Mhm.
adjacent. Yeah,
Mhm.
close to. What do you love about Frederick?
Oh my God, everything. I mean, there is so much culture
Yeah.
here in Frederick. I mean, there's, you can just go out and it's like every week there's something to do, something
Yeah.
different to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, my biggest attraction is downtown. I
Yeah.
love being on the creek. I love hanging out at Baker Park. And it's, I mean, I can't think of nothing that's nice, not nice about Frederick.
Yeah, it's got a little something for everybody too.
It does.
And it's so busy and it's nice and it's still low key. I mean, yeah, it's really, what's your favorite place to go to downtown? Do you have a favorite?
I can't say that I have a favorite.
Okay.
because
Yes,
I
of course.
do
You don't want to
like
make anybody
minis.
upset. Yeah. Yeah. So I know for me, I'm terrible about going to the same spots all the time. And I've tried to get myself to try new spots.
Mhm.
And I saw somebody on social media who's doing the alphabet every week. She and her husband go out to eat. And they go
Interesting.
through the alphabet and pick a new place that starts with that letter, which is kind of fun. So I need to start to try to do that because there's some really cool places in that list. So yeah, I need to do that as well. You volunteer, you give
do.
back. I've known of you, but we really got connected with AAOE, the African Americans of Excellence. What is it for you about giving back that is important?
For me, it's about making an impact, you know, an impact in people's lives. And, you know, it's ironic, we were just talking to this with my husband. And, you know, I go back from a just humble upcoming, and it's the fact of if I can just make a difference for just one person, then I feel like I've accomplished something.
Yeah.
So it's really just giving back and making life a little bit better for another person.
Yeah. And that's really a great attitude because it can be overwhelming to try to solve everyone's problems, right? But if you can just do one nice, I always try to think about it. If I could just do one nice thing a day, one nice thing for somebody, you know, just make somebody's life a little bit easier.
Yes.
That I feel like I've done good. I've done good. And you as well. With massage therapy, do you feel like this will be your retirement of the second job?
Yes.
Yeah.
It will be. I think I have a good another 5,
many years
10
in
years
you?
left in me.
Yeah. What made you decide massage therapy?
You know, that's very interesting. I worked in fire and rescue, and I had a chief at the time. I think we were just starting up maybe a paramedic program or something. And they was like, you know, you should do the paramedic program. And I'm thinking up needles.
Oh, you're not a needle girl.
I don't know about that. So it just happened to be an opportunity that I was on a call and with a familiar face, and, you know, it was an individual, and she just held my hand, and, you know, there really wasn't a lot that was really going on. I think it was just the fact of just being lonely and, you know, and the lack of just human touch.
Yeah.
And you see that a lot with our senior population.
Yeah.
You know, and just that day happened to be going home, and I saw the sign, which I'm sort of thinking, I come by here every single day, and I've not seen the sign any other time.
That's so
and
funny.
I saw, and I called, and I went and spoke to them. And the more and more I thought about it, and the more I thought about this individual, I said, human touch is the most vital, precious thing a person can have. And this is where I'm meant to be.
That is so amazing. It's so strange sometimes when your calling is just shining like a light and you decide and you obviously enjoy it.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah. So how can people, do you have room to take on new clients? And are you, because I know it's not your full-time gig, are you how does that work?
So I still take on new people because I mean, life is life, and you know, you have someone and life changes for them, so you transition around. So I do still continue to take new clients as I go along. I think a lot of the folks that seek me out is ones that are dealing with pain management, because I specialize in medical massage.
Okay.
So I do a lot of pain management. I work with a lot of cancer patients with oncology, lymphatic work. So those are a lot of the folks that I do work with. But it's interesting because most folks says, well, I just want to come in for a Swedish massage. And I'm like, I got to think about that for a minute because I have to go into that zone. And it's like,
got to dig into that.
Like, wait a minute. Oh, I don't want to have to work a whole lot.
Yeah. So what is it about pain management and massage therapy? You know, I've been talking to a lot of people who do like fascial stretches and all of that. And it's just fascinating to me with the lymph nodes, they say after surgery, the lymphatic. What is it about it that can really help people?
So if you really think about it, it's really working within their parasympathetic system. So it's slowing them down, take them a little bit to where they're allowing them to kind of relax them a little bit. So they kind of work through their discomfort. And a lot of times I think it's like releasing some of those endorphins that they have going on. And I think a part of it too is just the fact that just everyday life, it gives people an opportunity just to let go. I think that's probably the best way to do it, is just allow them to let go.
Yeah.
But it does help them to like work through their discomfort.
Nice. That's really, really great. And it's really great to work around just using your own body to heal. And like you said, just giving you time to slow down. And I mean, that's why I love massage. It's like the best 1 hour. My brain shuts off. I relax, which is not typical. And I'm able to just be in the moment, which is really great as well. Well, if there's one thing you'd want people to know about you, Tawanda Bailey, what would that be?
Wow, there's a lot of things about me. But
that you want them to know now.
well, you know, I guess realistic is the fact that, you know, I enjoy life, you know, and it's, you know, almost 62 years right now. And it's like, I live and I just live life to the fullest. And, you know, and I think the thing for me is, you know, just keeping true to yourself. Enjoy what you do. If I always go back to if I had to talk to myself when I was 5, what I want to do. You know, do what you enjoy, because to me, I always think it's like never really work at all. And then get involved. If you really have passion about something and want to truly make a difference, get out there and make it happen.
Yeah, I agree 100%. All right. So if somebody called you and said, I've only got 24 hours to spend in Frederick, what are my must-do things? What would you tell them?
Well, one, you want to come and see me for a massage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And get downtown and enjoy the amenities of downtown. You know, I mean, we have entertainment, great restaurants. You know, the people are just wonderful. Go stroll over to Baker Park and then just enjoy, you know, taking the beauty of just, I would say, God's country.
It is,
you know, and just take it in and then walk and talk with people. I don't think we do that enough.
I know.
Say hello. It's okay just to say hello and hi to people.
Yes, it's exactly right. It is one thing I hear when people come into the shop and I ask them something, they say, people are so friendly here, which I love. That's a great way for us to be. I'd like to be known as the friendliest downtown. That's right. Well, this is Tawanda Bailey. I'm going to make sure her details are on screen for you. Look her up, especially if you have pain management issues, if you're trying to work through something, if you're dealing with cancer treatments or things like that. She's going to be able to help you. Otherwise, you might see her down in Howard County around the fire company.
Well, they might just see me downtown. I'm a volunteer at United.
Downtown here, too, for sure. Always, you can see her around. She supports this community, which is why we love to support her. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ah, yes. Want to thank the lovely Tawanda Bailey for that. And call her if you need. I love that those two segments. You get your mental health, you get your body back to health. I love it so much. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're coming back with Local Compass with Antietam World Travel Service and Colette, the guided tour company. It's been around for over 100 years. Crazy. Then I got your Secret Stash video clue for this Wednesday. It is coming up right after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Experience an unforgettable vacation at the Salty Seahorse on the 4x4 beach in Corolla, North Carolina. Enjoy the pool, relax in the hot tub, fish, and kayak right off the private dock. The Salty Seahorse will be your forever vacation home. Go to thesaltyseahorse2201.com.
Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood shower door expert. Upgrade your bathroom with a beautiful glass shower door, custom fit to accent your space and make getting into your shower one of the highlights of your day. Come see us at our brand new showroom in Frederick, Maryland, or online at showerdoorexperts.com.
Oh, nothing better than having a nice shower. Oh my gosh. In my previous house, before we sold it, my shower, you know how sometimes the grout starts cracking or coming out. It was because I take a shower every day and you're in it and you're thinking, oh, this is the worst. Call Shower Door Experts if you want to not have that feeling to start your day every day. All right. ANS Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. Where Shower Door Experts is going to fix your shower, ANS Construction is going to handle pretty much everything on the outside of your home, like roofing and siding or windows and gutters. They can even build you a new patio or deck. Nothing better than sitting out on that at the end of a day, especially a covered patio. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. You can, of course, visit them online as well, ansconstruction.net. Want to congratulate Sandra. She is up not only for a SAS Award, but we're going to be talking to her very soon about a Shero Award she's winning from the Frederick County Chamber of Commerce, which is so great. All right, get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs when you tell Sandra that Dani sent you. Oh, we love that. Love that so much. All right, I don't know what happened to my local compass, but here we go. It's time for Local Compass, your guide to worldwide travel, sponsored by the experts of everything travel, Antietam World Travel Service. Well, with Local Compass this week, we're in different locations, but to deliver you amazing tips and ideas for your next vacation. I am joined today by Alexandra with Antietam World Travel Service and Paul Julia with Colette, a guided tour company that does trips all around the world. So welcome to Good Morning Frederick to both of you.
Thank you, Dani. Very glad to be here with you.
So give me a little bit of background about Colette itself and why somebody would want to look at having everything taken care of for them from someone else.
Sure thing, Dani. So we at Colette, we're experts in the space of guided travel and innovators in guided travel. We've had a long time to get guided travel right. We've been in business now for 107 years.
Wow.
That's a long time for a tour company. That actually makes us the oldest tour company in the United States. Family owned and operated and headquartered in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And I'm the representative for Colette in Maryland. We partner very closely with World Travel Service. We do have a preferred partnership with Virtuoso as well. I've been working with World Travel Service even longer than I've been with Colette, and they are always a great partner. So very grateful to be working with them through Colette now. And we're a premium tour company. So we provide a premium touring experience. We're staying at 4-star and above hotels. Those hotels, when we're staying in major cities, are very centrally located. So our guests are always right in the heart of the action. Again, providing an immersive experience. So really focusing on the culture and the cuisine of these fantastic destinations we take our guests to. Of course, we're seeing all the must-see sites and so forth, but we want to immerse our guests in the local culture through various means as well. And that really shows through with our wonderful product design.
But that's one of the great things about working with a company like Colette is that when you, and I have done this for years, you know, you go online, you're trying to look at a map and figure out where the hotel is and try to figure out where where the things are you want to see, and it's never like what you picture it, even using Google Earth. It's just not the same as having somebody experienced to know that you're going to be in a great location. The excursions are going to make sense to where you're going to go. You're going to be immersed in the culture rather than eating at someplace you recognize while you're away, and all those details are handled for you.
Absolutely. And we give, our guests have a lot of choice with us. We have over 170 tours on all 7 continents. We have different travel styles too. So if they're happy with a big bus motor coach tour, we've got that. If they prefer a small group, more intimate experience, our small group explorations fit that bill. And then we have a really interesting product style called Spotlights, where these tours stay at one hotel for the entire time. So just packing and unpacking once. So that's a style that fits a lot of travelers as well. And yeah, having that seamless experience. Our guests always have a tour manager with them from start to finish. These are folks who are local to these destinations, highly knowledgeable about every aspect of the destination. And I've heard some amazing stories about our tour managers just really stepping up and being heroes and saving the day when it was necessary. But of course, providing much more mundane information as well, like where to get the best meal when meals aren't included and things like that. So that can really make a huge difference in someone's vacation experience as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because I think just having somebody, again, when you're traveling on your own, though I've had amazing experiences, you don't have anyone to really rely on for those sorts of questions. And somebody who has been to that destination many times, knows where everything is, and can point you in the right direction. And concierges are great at hotels, but again, they're not your kind of personal person that's been traveling with you this whole time. So yeah, I do 100% think that it's an amazing way to travel and see a country or a location by doing that, which is awesome.
Absolutely. And I'd like to tell you a few ways that we make it even easier on our guests, Dani. One is, which you mentioned, a seamless experience. We can make it so seamless when you book your flights with Colette. In most cases, we are going to provide a sedan service to pick you up at your home. That's available within a 50-mile radius of a major airport. And that's a round trip service. And that's included in the cost of your tour whenever you book the air with us and meet those requirements. And then another great feature of Colette is our cancel for any reason trip insurance. A lot of companies during COVID, during the travel restrictions, they offered vouchers to travelers who had money deposited with them. We actually gave out nearly $200 million in refunds. And our cancel for any reason trip insurance allows our travelers, when they purchase that insurance, to cancel for any reason or no reason at all. All they have to do is notify us no later than the day prior to departure of their tour, and they're going to get a full cash refund, minus of course the insurance premium, credited back to their initial form of payment. They're not going to get a credit. They're going to get their money back.
Wow. That is cutting edge, actually. You can't even get that through any of the services that I've ever seen. So that is phenomenal. So some of the trips coming up that Antietam World Travel Service is promoting, I believe coming up next year, are Costa Rica and Colorado. I think, is that right, Alexandra?
Yeah, so we have the tropical Costa Rica that will be April the 13th through the 21st next year. And that's, I think it's about a 10-day tour, and it has air included and everything. And then later that year in September, we're going to do the Colorado Rockies escorted tour.
Wow. And that's really great. Yeah, because we talked about this for those people who may not want to travel internationally for whatever reason. Having these guided tours within the United States, again, just allows you to not stress about where you're staying, where you're going. All of that is organized. You can just relax and just kind of go with the flow, which makes it such a nice trip.
Yeah, and for the national parks, I mean, you need admissions. Next year is the 250th anniversary, so that's going to be special too. But I always like the fact that you don't have to worry about, do I need advanced reservations to go into a park? Do I have to get up at a specific time so I can get that park reservation? It's all taken care of. And it's seamless too, because sometimes it's not necessarily easy to drive some of the distances between the parks.
Yeah. No, excellent. And I'm telling you, I'd be sold just on the fact that many of them include pickup at home. That alleviates a
Yeah,
whole big problem for a lot of people just trying to
right,
figure out who's going to take them to the airport, if they're on time, if you're sharing a
right.
ride. Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah,
big
and
headache
for
in itself.
most of our clients in the Frederick area, the 50 miles is really not difficult to accomplish for Baltimore or Washington airports. So a lot
Exactly.
of times it does fit within that perimeter.
Yeah.
And
All
then,
right, Paul. So you are coming to this area in a couple of weeks, actually. I think
mhm,
July
on
22nd at
22nd.
5 p.m. You will be here to answer questions for people. And I think it's a great time if you've never considered doing a guided tour before to come and just ask all the questions. And if you've done one with another company and maybe didn't have the best experience, this is the time to come and bring those things to you to say, hey, what would happen in this situation? Or how do you guys handle this? I love it. And I love the versatility of a large group or small group. You can really customize what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah, and big
Yeah,
on
that's
for the horizon also in 2027 in the fall, we're planning then a small exploration tour, which is South Africa, Botswana, and Victoria Falls.
Ah, spectacular. That's been on
Yeah,
my bucket list for a while too. Might
yeah,
have to look at that. So, our viewers need to go to antietamtravel.com. Right on the homepage, if you scroll down, actually, it's right when you get to that page, you'll
right.
see the Colette in person kind of information session at 5 o'clock. Show up.
we'll have some
We have some
tchotchkes to hand
refresh.
out. It'll be a
Yeah,
lot of these presentations are always a lot of fun, and you can learn a lot about the destinations. And I'm glad you pointed this out. Like if you're a traveler who's experienced guided travel before and you found it to be cookie cutter or stereotypical, we've broken a lot of those stereotypes. So I'm
mhm,
confident you'll be
yeah,
much more comfortable traveling with Colette.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, if you've been in business for over 100 years, that is saying a lot.
Mhm.
Because I'm telling you, very difficult to be in consumer end of things and do a great job for so long. So kudos to you guys for that. Join Paul, Alexandra, and the rest of the team at Antietam World Travel Service July 22nd, 5 p.m.
Right.
Stop by and get your questions answered and maybe look at some of these destinations that are coming up here soon for your next vacation. Anything else, Paul, that we haven't covered?
I would just say, even if these tours don't interest your listeners, the Costa Rica, Colorado, and the one we have forecast for South Africa in 2027, Antietam Travel can help you book any Colette product whatsoever.
Right. Mhm.
And, like I said, we've got a wide variety of tours to choose from. So, if you're
Yeah.
interested in traveling with us somewhere else, come on down and have a chat with
Yeah.
us that evening. We'd
Yeah.
love to see you there.
Yeah, yeah, and they can sign up like Danny said on our website. If somebody feels more comfortable to call us, we will take their names and add them to the list. But we'd love to hear from everybody who wants to attend.
Absolutely. And there's no time like the present to be planning your next vacation.
Yeah.
Even if it's a year or two in advance, all the better to make sure you get everything you want to get when you plan in advance. Well, we want to
Yes.
thank Paul and Alexandra for joining us for this week's Local Compass. Head to antietamtravel.com right now to sign up for the next invitation of an event. And of course, don't forget Alaska. We're doing Alaska in 2026, and that's on their page as well. I'd love for you to come with us there. But Paul, we really appreciate everything you're doing to keep educating us about Colette.
Thank you, Dani. I really appreciate this opportunity. So,
Thanks, Danny.
Oh my gosh. What first class travel. I love it. I love it. I might have to try a Colette guided tour. I used to do tours, how I met my husband actually many, many years ago. And it's really just the easiest way to travel. All right, you ready for your secret stash video clue for today, Wednesday, July 9th? Here it is. Okay. Do you know where this is? pretty dead giveaway, I think, right there. Let's do it one more time. It's your secret stash video clue for today. Good luck. That's one way you can win some great stuff, including a Good Morning Frederick t-shirt at least for everybody, plus some gift cards and other great stuff inside those packets. I'll see you at the home of everything Frederick once you find that. All right, have an awesome day. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Let's get out there and let's be great.